Fandango, a.k.a. the Fashion Police.
I sense a tiny bit of sarcasm.
No, that's they've actually got a bunch of wins in a row.
They do, yeah.
And they've been at least giving them a push. Now, the push is completely out of nowhere, and they turned face without anybody explaining it. But some of the stuff's been entertaining, at least some of the skits they've been doing, the backstage stuff, pretending to be on Law & Order. I like those guys. I think that they're pretty good in the ring. I think they're pretty entertaining. But I don't think they're going to win the tag titles here. Hopefully they have a good match. I'd like to see them have a nice, like maybe 10 to 15 minute match that's good, and maybe they'll get another shot at the next SmackDown pay-per-view. But I think the Usos will keep the titles.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on this one. And Tyler Breeze and Fandango can work. Man, these guys are really good wrestlers. They've proven it time and time again. They were getting a minute and a half squashed a minute and a half like the better part of the last 6 months. But the stuff that they're doing with the vignettes, killing me. Absolutely slaying me. These guys are fantastic, and they really did it themselves. I mean, they got themselves over. They got this gimmick over that nobody gave any. I don't think anybody gave any chance to. So I wouldn't hate to see them with the tag titles at some point, but I just don't think now is the move. Where's American Alpha?
No idea. Nowhere to be found, my friend.
You love American Alpha too.
I like American Alpha, yeah, I do. But unfortunately, they're cold as ice, as they say. As far as
cold as ice.
Yeah. Sorry. As far as being over or being interesting, so they kind of took them out of the equation. So it's unfortunate. Hopefully, they can find their way back into some things here. Maybe the long term plan is to get them back involved. They're just kind of keeping them out of the spotlight here. I don't know, but
I was blaming a lot of American Alpha for not getting over on American Alpha, but now seeing the way everything's kind of been, the cards have been unfolding. The cards have been, is that right? No, the plans have been unfolding. Maybe. Anyway,
the tablecloth has been unfolding.
Yeah, the bed sheets. Now I see how things are playing out. I don't really blame American Alpha as much as I do the lack of a direction that they had. They didn't get a lot of chance to talk, and when they did, I think they were bad. Obviously, talking isn't their strong suit. They're great in the ring, but you haven't seen them unless they come back as heels. But I don't know. They need something fresh for American Alpha.
They do. So we got 2 matches left. So
let's talk about Randy Orton's match.
No, that's for the end, bro.
Are you kidding me?
It's the most important match on the card.
No, the most important match on the card is Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles.
No. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the U.S. title.
I'm not talking about this yet. I'm going to wait.
You're going to wait?
I'm going to let you give your opinion, and then we're going to go to Randy Orton versus
Jinder Mahal. It's going to confuse anybody.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just go with KO.
So KO versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles won a triple threat match to earn a shot at the U.S. title. In between that, Kevin Owens dropped the title to Chris Jericho and won it back on SmackDown after the last pay-per-view, which was Payback, I think. I don't want to get to that whole schmagegi again, but
nice.
I'll say Owens will retain the U.S. title on Sunday. He'll do something to cheat or whatever, use the title in some capacity, and he will keep the title.
Well, there's 2 singles titles on SmackDown. One of them has been getting defended in tournaments and number 1 contenders matches to earn a right to face the champion, and the other one was not getting defended and was in a House of Horrors match. I'll let you figure out which one's more important. To me, the main title on SmackDown right now is the U.S. Heavyweight title. Kevin Owens has done a great job as champion. You have guys like AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin going for that title, and you have I don't have a problem with Jinder Mahal. I really don't. I actually really like what they've done with him. I like the Bollywood Boys are no longer the Bollywood Boys, now the Singh brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what they've done with Jinder Mahal, and they've shown him to be a competent, adversary for Randy Orton. That's fine, but the heat is around the U.S. Heavyweight title. So I think to me this match means more than the main event does. But I think you're going to put on AJ Styles, and I think it's going to be. I think they might be doing something where AJ's kind of collecting titles, and maybe you'll see a AJ versus Jinder Mahal unification match or champion versus champion match. Didn't AJ and Jinder have a little bit of beef on Tuesday?
Yeah, they wrestled on Tuesday.
Yeah, they did, and they had a little. Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that. And Jinder Jinder. Do you ever say that sentence out loud and wonder how you got there? Jinder Mahal pinned AJ Styles. So no, I think AJ Styles is going to win, and he's going to take the title. And there's a lot of stuff you could do from there, and it seems like they're kind of interchanging contenders for each title, which is interesting. So, all right, go ahead, talk about the Bollywood Boys, Joe.
Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship. Jinder Mahal won a six-way match.
Six-pack challenge, that was.
Yeah, a few weeks back, which was kind of out of nowhere. But, I won't get into the whole him getting pushed situation. I don't particularly think it's a good idea to do something like that and just kind of pluck a guy from being a jobber and then all of a sudden making him the number one contender for the biggest title in the company.
It's called enhancement talent, Joe.
I don't know about that, but they've definitely been pushing him and giving him wins over guys with to give him more credibility.
That he shouldn't be getting wins over?
Yeah, to give him more credibility, and he's even pinned Orton in a tag match, and he's pretty much stood tall at just about every episode of SmackDown since he's been number one contender. So
thanks a lot, WWE Network.
I would not be surprised if he won on Sunday, but I'm going to say that Orton will retain the title. I don't know. I can definitely see them doing it. I'm like 60-40 that Orton's going to win, and I think it's very possible that Jinder's going to take the title on Sunday, but officially, I will say that Orton keeps the WWE Championship on Sunday.
The Bollywood Boys are going to be the difference maker, and Jinder Mahal is going to be your new WWE Champion. How does that sound? That's
it's unfortunate, I guess would be the word I would use.
Listen, I agree with you that Jinder Mahal is out of nowhere when you have a lot of other guys that you could have put in that spot. If you wanted somebody fresh, you wanted somebody new, you could have done a Luke Harper, a Baron Corbin, a Sami Zayn, hell, Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler. Any of those guys could have been pushed in the main event picture. But if you're going to do it with Jinder Mahal, they did it right. They had him win a match to earn it. It wasn't just completely out of nowhere. They had him, upset to everybody else. And they gave him the Singh brothers, a.k.a. the Bollywood Boys, to add credibility because he's not winning these matches clean by him. Like I said, he's not winning the matches by himself because I don't think that would be as convincing.
I guess my question is, why was he even in that match to begin with?
Because he won the Dominoes tournament. And
okay.
That was the storyline they were going for.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I made that up.
I don't know. That's my own. That's one of my things, right? Is like, okay, he won the match. That's fine. Why was he even in it? Like, how many matches has he won to even earn a chance to have a title shot opportunity? Like that to me, and that match was composed of several guys who had no business being in the match. Mojo is one. Eric Rowan, I think, is another. So it just does not, like, stuff like that's where I think it's like, all right, well, he won a match, that's cool, but he didn't win any matches for like God knows how long before that. He was basically made a fool of by Gronk multiple times before that.
I totally forgot about that.
So that's the kind of stuff that, like, as far as like continuity is concerned, like that's the type of stuff that irritates me a little bit. Like, at least some other guys that have some level of credibility that you could have put in that match and it would have made more sense. Or at least they could have won the match and made more sense. But anyway, we won't get into that. It's all water under the bridge now. So
water under the old bridge key.
That is Backlash,
okay,
my friend.
I'm excited to see AJ versus KO, honestly. All right. Not a lot of...
Oh, that wasn't an audible? Wait. Meh. There we go. That's a little
really?
better for anybody.
AJ and KO?
Yeah.
Are you souring on Kevin Owens?
Just nothing really... if I look at this card...
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm not saying look at it... Oh, I didn't say that.
And I had to pick the matches that I'm most looking forward to. Or I would probably say... I'm interested to see what Nakamura and Ziggler can do.
Yep.
I'm hoping that Breezango can have a good match because I like those guys. So I'm interested in watching that match because the Usos are obviously a very good team as well.
Yep.
And then I would say maybe Owens and Styles because I feel like they could have a really good match. That's kind of
really?
where
Number 3 on the totem pole.
Yeah, it's just not...
I think Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin have a good match too.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah, Sami Zayn, he bumps like a madman. We got 5 minutes left. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, why don't we just tell people about House of Hardcore on Friday before we wrap the show?
Even though we did the other pod, you're right. That's a good point. I like what House of Hardcore, Long Island, New York, the Sports Arena in St. James, Friday night, May 19th. Friday night, May 19th. Tommy Dreamer versus Dashing Cody Rhodes. Bully Ray versus EC3. Team Tremendous versus the Spirit Squad. Moose versus Dan Maff for the Hit Squad. Rhett Titus is going to be on the show. Little Guido is going to be on the show. Any other names I'm missing is going to be... Sandman's going to be there. There's so many people on the show. Get down to House of Hardcore. If you're looking for a fan-friendly environment, you're going to meet the wrestlers. You're going to see no politics, no BS, just wrestling. And I'm not going to say most importantly, but very importantly, you're going to see the All Night Long Wrestling podcast. We're going to be there. Slinging merch shirts. Slinging autographs. Joe is available for pictures. For a measly $15.25, you can get a picture with two of us. No?
25 cents, really? $15 and 25 cents?
Yeah, because I figured you could bring the 15, I'll bring the 25 cents.
Inflation,
yeah, that's what's going to happen. Check it out, houseofhardcore.net and at House of Hardcore on the old Book of the Faces and on Twitter. And House of Hardcore is also known for a ton of surprises, so there's definitely going to be some surprises in store for that show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, so anybody who's in the New York or Long Island area, feel free to come down. I think the bell time is 8 o'clock. Doors will open, I think around 6. I don't want to quote me on that, but and you can get some opportunity to meet some of the wrestlers there and check out some of the merchandise, T-shirts.
Buy a lot of merch from us. Do the right thing.
Yeah,
make us look good.
It's a good time. We did it last September. They were out here as our first show in St. James and Long Island. Very entertaining show, very fan friendly. Lots of stuff you can do. So it's you can bring. It's family oriented. There's nothing really I think that's too hardcore or grotesque about it. So there's a lot of children, the kids that were there, so families and stuff like that can go to the show, and and adults of all ages can go and enjoy it. So we'll be there. It should be a good show. Anybody who's in the area should come down and check it out.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be active on Twitter this weekend too, talking about NXT a little bit. Mostly going to be I'll be live tweeting Backlash on Sunday. So if you want,
committing to that,
I'm committing. What?
Committing to that on the air.
I'm committing to that on the air.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I'm lonely as hell this week, man. I got actually the only day I'm off this week is Sunday, so I'll be able to live tweet the old Backlash. I can't promise you're going to like what I say, and I can't promise I'm not going to discuss mid to late '90s action adventure movies. That's what I do. I could watch one of the Scorpion King. Time Cop is something I could watch during this weekend. There's a lot of opportunity. If I'm going to be off all day on Sunday, there's a lot of Netflix to watch. So, like I said, ProWrestling.com, All Night Long Wrestling Podcast, the official home now. Diamond 365 Radio Network, we are brought to you by them. As always, you can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, at All Night Long WP, Instagram, at All Night Long WP. I haven't posted anything in a while. I kind of suck at the Instagram, but there's so many avenues, man, of access. We appreciate everything, you guys. All the listens, all the likes, all the shares. If you like us for some reason, share the show, like the show, rate the show, talk about the show, cut a promo on the show. Do whatever you want to do. We just we appreciate all the support and we appreciate all the listens, man. We do.
We do.
He's the Stallion. I'm the Enforcer. Once again this week, we are tapping out.